Hi, everybody, and welcome to TWF Main Event. And today on Main Event, we have the general manager of the TWF Women's Division, Nikki Bella. So, Nikki Bella says, can't get my leg organized. Apparently, Nikki Bella says, Charlotte Flair has defeated Max Agora and retained the TWF Women's Heavyweight Championship. Now, I know that there's going to be some people, sorry for that burp, some people who are thinking, who can I throw at her next? Who wants to go for the TWF Women's Heavyweight Championship? Now, I guess I could throw my name in a hat, but then someone would say, whoa, that would be a conflict of interest. You're the general manager of the TWF Women's Division, so that would be a conflict of interest. It could be. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw my name in a hat, and I'm going to face Charlotte Flair for the TWF Women's Heavyweight Championship. But I could... No, I don't mean to be disrespectful or anything, because you know I'm not. Because you know how certain it can be that. But I think that that somebody to take that belt away from Charlotte Flair has to be somebody who certainly has probably won it as many times. Well, I've been thinking about that, Gil Kim. I mean, you were in that Battle Royal, right? Along with AJ Lee and Angelina Love and and Max Agora and Trini Kwan, for example. But I'm thinking, you got your name on a belt so many times. And are you actually trying to... Are you just trying to insert yourself in there because your real-life counterpart is going for the TNA Knockouts Heavyweight Championship? Yeah, that's what I think. Well, good for me. Good for you. You're the number one contender now. But you're going to have to win your match against me to be considered the number one contender. Well, that's fine with me, Gil Kim says. But at the same time, Gil, I mean, you are what? A multi-time TWF heavyweight champion, world heavyweight champion, TWF Allegheny County champion. So why would you want to just settle yourself to the TWF Women's Heavyweight Championship? Because it's a belt I like. And I know you, Nikki Bella. No offense to you, of course, you being a former two-time WWE SmackDown Women's Heavyweight Champion. Yeah, I know the WWE renamed it. I know for a fact that the WWE SmackDown Women's Heavyweight Championship is basically a relaunch of the WWE Divas Heavyweight Championship. You can't fool me. Congratulations. Just like we all know, Gil. Here we go. This match is a number one contendership match to the TWF Women's Heavyweight Championship. First, from Scottsdale, Arizona, United States, she is the general manager of the TWF Women's Division, Nikki Bella. And from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, but now residing in Tampa, Florida, United States, she is Gil Kim. This match got started. And Nikki Bella just knocked down Gil Kim with her fist. Nikki Bella picking up Gil Kim and body slamming her. You remember when Nikki Bella originally debuted in the Toy Wrestling Federation? In December of last year, her feud was over Gail Kim. And now Nikki Bella got Gail Kim up. Rack attack. She did a move that was once known as the rack attack. And Nikki Bella coming off again. She gonna try to do it. Wait a minute. Gail Kim got her. Oh, knocked her down. With that, here we go. Body slam. A drop kick. A spine buster. Gail Kim will do anything to become a multi-time TWF Women's Heavyweight Champion, and so will Nikki Bella. Wait a minute. We got it. Eat the feet. Gail Kim just made Nikki Bella eat the feet. Yeah, she's still using that move, folks. 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. Here is your winner. And now the number 1 contender to the TWF Women's Heavyweight Championship, Gail Kim. And Gail Kim defeats Nikki Bella here and just helped Nikki Bella up to her feet. And both of them actually hugged. And now now Gail Kim's got something to say. All right, Gail Kim says, I know what some of you people think. I know what Charlotte Flair thinks. She goes around and she's going to list off all her accolades. NXT Women's Heavyweight Champion, WWE Divas Heavyweight Champion, 2-time WWE Women's Heavyweight Champion, when they relaunched the belt, when they brought the belt back from the 3rd round of retirement. Yeah, that belt that she won, it goes back to 1956 AD. They retired it in 1988 AD. Retired it again in 1995 AD. Retired again in 2010 AD, and they brought it back. And I know that she's going to brag. She's going to say she's the greatest of all divas or knockouts or vixens or even superstars. Because WWE now calls their wrestlers superstars now. She's going to brag about it. She's going to say that she's genetically superior to any other female wrestler because her father was Ric Flair. Her mother was Elizabeth Flair. That her half-brother was David Flair. And her brother was Reed Flair. She's going to talk about how great she is because she happens to be born into the Flair wrestling family. Regardless of the fact that she thinks she's better than everybody else. But here's a couple of facts that Charlotte Flair doesn't want people to know about her. Number 1, even though she won the NXT Women's Heavyweight Championship by herself, she still had her father Ric Flair in her corner. Even though she won the WWE Divas Heavyweight Championship by herself, her father Ric Flair was still in her corner. And for most of her first run, her father Ric Flair was involved in every single match outcome. Countouts of qualifications, pinfalls, and submissions. And apparently, she'd never been able to ever win a match on her own, mostly. Even after, her father was instrumental in helping her win the WWE Women's Heavyweight Championship for the first time, retain it multiple times. And even though she replaced her father, Ric Flair, with Dana Brooke as her protege, or apprentice, or pupil, or student, whatever term you want to use, she mostly uses even Dana Brooke to help her win matches. So she's going to brag about how she's won all these matches, but she'll leave out about how either Ric Flair or Dana Brooke or somebody was involved in it. And here's a little fact that Charlotte Flair does not want people to know. That no matter how many times she wins the WWE Women's Heavyweight Championship, or now known as the WWE Raw Women's Heavyweight Championship, And even if she eventually wins the WWE SmackDown Women's Heavyweight Championship, granted, she'll never be as good as I. Because I won a WWE Women's Heavyweight Championship, and I'm a multi-time. I won a TNA Knockouts Heavyweight Championship multiple times. Probably has won it more times than, I don't know, ODB or Winter or Mickie James or Madison Rayne or Angelina Love. I don't know. You know? So, but she's going to probably come down she'll come around with the Dana Brooke wannabe Angelina Love. And then she'll talk about how, she's a 2-time TWF Women's Heavyweight Champion, and that makes her the shit. Well, I'm coming after you, Charlotte Flair. So it doesn't matter who you throw at me. You can have Ric Flair, David Flair come after me if you want. You can have, I don't know, Angelina Love come after me if you want. And if they ever do make Dana Brooke's action figure, you can try to have Dana Brooke come after me. But it doesn't really matter. I'll beat you. Well, we heard from Gail Kim, the number 1 contender to the TWF Women's Heavyweight Championship. And we hope you enjoyed this episode of Main Event. And we'll see you tomorrow for TWF Impact Wrestling.